All right, back-to-back vids. Um, so Madden Curse took a bit of a change this year. I think a drastic change, we'll say. Obviously you can see the difference right here. These are not 12 teams, this is not 10 teams. We have 14 teams this year, the most I've ever been a part. Actually, that is not true. I've been a part of 16 teams. It was 16. Or was it 14? Give me one time to check. I don't know how many teams were. I think it was 14 or 16. So maybe I've been a part of this many teams. But everyone, I feel like, will be very active this year. I mean, Madden Curse has always been competitive, going over these past years of just everyone's just different. Like, I don't really count last year's winners, mainly because of happened. But yeah, I could do divisions, honestly, because there's so many damn teams, but I probably won't. Um, let's get to it. Draft recap on each team. This might take me a while, so I'm gonna go as quick as possible because I really want to do the Dynasty Royale draft. So let's start this up. All right, first pick. Oh yeah, I remember this now. First pick in the first draft, or wow, I'm already tired. First pick in the draft was Travis Kelce. So let's dig into this pick. So Noah was put into perspective on I want the best player in that position because it's so hard to find good tight ends. Cole Kmet can be very, very good this year. Cole Kmet could be very, very good this year. That Bears offense is very good. I feel like they're going to be a lot. Well, okay, I wouldn't say very good, but I feel like that team can put together some good runs, and Cole Kmet could be part of that. I think if they include the tight end a little bit more, they throw more to their tight ends, other wide receivers, and don't run as much. Our quarterback can throw the ball. Cole Kmet could be very good. Travis Kelce. So here's how I see it with Noah choosing Travis Kelce over Justin Jefferson. Honestly, I think Kelce was projected to be like 6 because at my ADP, it was Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, CMC or Eckler. So one of these two would be CMC and Eckler. Then it'd be like Cooper Kupp, Tyreek Hill. I mean, and then maybe Travis Kelce. Like you can go with like Tyreek or Travis in one of those spots. So Travis was at least 6 or 7, predicted 6 or 7 to go. Grabbing him here, I mean, I think Austin Eckler may not have a good year this year because he's getting old. How old exactly? 28. I mean, that's old for a running back. You know, he's 27, but I feel like CMC just plays so differently to where like I think he could play till like he's 30 and he could still like be really, really good. Derrick Henry is one of those guys where I'm like, man, how old is he? He's like, yeah, he's 29. Like Derrick Henry, man, like he's on his like last leg. Like he's who Zeke could have been if he was healthy. I think an injury really ruined Zeke's career. So if Zeke didn't like mentally get fucked up, Zeke would be where Derrick Henry is. But so here's how I see it and my perspective. So you had Justin Herbert, correct? So yeah, you got Justin Herbert in the fourth round, but he's maybe a top five, top 10 quarterback. You could argue there's other quarterbacks out there that are bound to have a better season than Justin Herbert. I mean, no doubt, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, easy top three. Uh, how I see it, Noah got the tight end one. I drafted the tight end two in the third round, got the QB two in the second round, and the wide receiver one in the first round. So that's how I see it as, you know, I wouldn't know how to say it to where you've reached on a player that is very good in that position, but if you waited, you could get what I got, which is the best wide receiver, the second best QB, and the second best tight end. You could have gotten Justin Jefferson. You could have gotten, I mean, hell, you could have gone. I don't know about Travis. I mean, Travis Etienne is very good. Debo's very, Brandon. There's a possibility that Brandon Ayuk can outperform uh Debo Samuels this year, and George Kittle can do more this year. And the running game, Debo's not running anymore, and I think that was one of the main parts of why Debo was so good that one year. Third round is good, but I mean, just saying, like choosing Travis Kelce first overall, I'm not a fan of it. A lot of people aren't a fan of it. You went with it, so it only matters to you know, it only matters in the end if it was good, if it was bad. I mean, I don't know, but if I'm being honest, man, I think that really hurt you to where your team could have been a lot different, especially when you got Cole Kmet. I think honestly, if you just said fuck it, I don't want a good tight end. I don't want those elite tight ends. I want to go with Cole Kmet. Your team would have probably looked a lot different. Um, Travis Etienne, I think it's a really good pick, but Tank Bigsby can easily outperform, or not outperform, but like take away. That's a better word. Take away from him. Debo, I think he's on. So like this is Debo 2 years ago, Debo last year, mainly because he was hurt, and then I think Debo will go like slight deteriorate to this year, so he won't be as good. Herbert, he has a lot of targets. It depends if their targets stay healthy because Keenan Allen gets hurt a lot. Gwen Johnson's been doing pretty good with Herbert. Don't hate it. Madison, Swift. Um, Madison's the clear RB1 in Minnesota right now, unless they sign Kareem Hunt or fucking Leonard Fournette somehow. DeAndre Swift is in a committee with Rashad Penny, but it really depends if Swift stays healthy because he has an injury history. Jordan Addison's, I feel like, a really good pick. He's your current wide receiver two, so you're banking a lot on a rookie. That's what I'm saying. Like if you had drafted Justin Jefferson right here, you would have him, Etienne, Samuel. Yeah, like your team would be in a lot better position. Your running backs are good, but your wide receivers, man. I mean, because I am not high at all on Adam Thielen or Hunter Renfrow. AJ Dillon's good. Cole Kmet's good. Aaron Rodgers, I mean, who knows? I don't even know why you got Patterson. He's only gonna be in like special teams probably. Overall, I think maybe a B minus would be good, but I would say C plus is the safe route, but B minus is not bad. I feel like if you were to somehow be on a winning side, it's either because you traded or other people had injuries or they just got unlucky and you got lucky. But I just don't know if, and I just don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Kelce going number one overall. So that's just me. All right. Now up to me. So I was going to pick Jamar Chase. Can this guy fuck off? Holy shit, dude. Let me just fucking combine these because it's pissing me off. I was going to pick Jamar Chase because I thought that Justin Jefferson would be the first overall pick. obviously it was like a splash out of nowhere to where I had just Jefferson in the palm of my hand and I got him, obviously. He fell to me. I mean, Justin, but the thing is, here's the thing. Every player that is projected to go first overall, like a clear first overall, like CMC, Saquon, Jonathan Taylor, uh, Cooper Cup, like last year, Cooper Cup, Jonathan Taylor, and was it CMC last year? I think Eckler, because CMC was like a lot. No, actually, you know what? Okay, oh man, this is a lot, like a long history of. So, 2020, the clear number one was CMC, right? Because this was, I think this was the year after his really, really good season, 2020. So, but he was hurt the whole 2020 year. All right. 2021, he was still projected to be, oh, well, I guess we did keep around this year, but he was, at this time, he was projected to be number one because of how good he was. But this was Jonathan Taylor's best season. So, Jonathan Taylor was the first overall. He didn't have a good year. So, every player who's been projected to be like a bona fide first overall has been bad. And maybe that's why Noah didn't go Justin Jefferson. But I think it's because of the tight end thing. Justin Jefferson didn't go number one, he went number two. But getting him at that price, I mean, if I chose Jamar Chase over Justin Jefferson, what do I look like? A dumbass. Or if I chose CMC over Justin Jefferson, I mean, I would get roasted. My grade wouldn't be that good. I feel like in the analytical perspective, you go for Justin Jefferson, you go for the best of the best. And yeah. Obviously I wanted a good QB within a 14-man league. There are a lot of good QBs, but Josh Allen is continues. I mean, him and I would have gone Patrick Mahomes if he was available. Jack did my little strategy in getting a quarterback in the second round. I would have gone a quarterback in the third round, but I wanted a tight end instead because I probably would have gone like wide receiver, tight end, or wide receiver. I don't know because AJ Brown on Monroe, like they were picked in front of me, but yeah, I mean, I needed that tight end. Mark Andrews, I think is a good pick because Lamar is very good. Kenneth Walker, J.K. Dobbins, I need a run game, so I went back to back on those. J.K. Dobbins, I feel like will have a great season this year. Kenneth Walker, iffy because of their committee, but I like him. Jackson Smith and Jigba, Drake London, this late is crazy to me. Jackson Smith, I think he's bound for a great year this year. I mean, I've said this in the Dynasty League. Like he's a good pick. He can easily outperform Tyler Lockett, and he could be up there with DK Metcalf. Antonio Gibson, a lot of people were sleeping on him. Everyone thinks that Brian Robinson is the pick to go, but to me, Antonio Gibson is better. He didn't fumble as much last year. When he ran, he ran. All right, he did good last year. I don't know why I picked Rashad Penny, honestly. Um, I I feel like I was just rushing, really. I didn't really see anything better, really, because this is when like the picks were starting to get light. But somehow I still got Nico Collins in the 10th round because he was projected so low, but he could be the wide receiver one. Uh, I don't know about I don't know about that pick, honestly. I don't know why I believe so much in Rashad Penny. But Tank and Gerald and Curtis. Curtis Samuel had a good couple first weeks, but then he fell off. Gerald Everett, like I said, I mean, Justin Herbert's a great pick. They like to throw to their tight end sometimes. That's why I picked him. He's my backup tight end. And then Tank Bigsby can easily take away from Travis Etienne. They like Tank a lot. Like he's really good. They like him a lot. Easily for sniping some major players, like no bias, anyone would say, um, this is a damn good draft. I'm going with an A. Who was next? Who was next? Who was next? Who was next? Danny. 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 All right. So Danny had pick number three. Oh, by the way, these names are fire. Like I like all y'all's names. FB John. Don't know about that, Danny or Dylan. Steven. Come on, man. Come on. Let's do a little bit better than that. And then obviously Jack and then Jacob with like what are these names, bro? Like let's change them. Everyone else is very good. Like I like the creativity. Brad's had the same damn name for the past 2 years, but that's just staying, I guess. So all right. Danny. Splitsville grew. All right. Jamar Chase, I mean, here we go again. Like it's either Jamar Chase or CMC. You could have gone either one of them, you know. Um, really since since Kelsey and Jay Jetta were the top two picks, it really would have been Jay Jetta and then Chase, and then you probably would have gone with I don't know who would Daniel. I don't know Danny's play style that much that well because I've only played with him in football leagues, and I feel like he gets like top names, but like it's like Alvin Kamara. He had a very inconsistent year last year. Darren Waller, Giants are a shit team. He may be the best target, but you never know. Aaron Jones is a good pick. Jalen Hurts. I mean, you did the second round quarterback strat. You want elite quarterback, top three quarterbacks or elite compared to the other ones. That's a good round. And obviously Jamar. Cortland Sutton, oh hell no. I will fade Cortland Sutton all day, every day. Michael Thomas, I'm not a fan of that pick. Dalvin Cook, Darnell Mooney, Alan Lazard, Anthony Richardson. Like, I'm not 100% on board with this team, but I do like your first three picks. But the rest is iffy because I feel like you're gonna have a lot of injuries this year. Um, but I mean, I can be fucking wrong with this shit. In my opinion, it's not the best, but I will go for a C plus. What was that? All right. Austin auto drafted, in my opinion. Let's see how the auto drafted. Let's make it clear that he auto drafted because I don't want to look back and be like, wait, did he auto draft? I don't remember. Eckler, Taylor. Wow. Eckler and Taylor? That's crazy. And then Metcalf, Judy, and Watson. Oh, wow. So if you just cover the rest of his picks, maybe instead of Evan Ingram, but like the rest of his picks, bro, his team would be nice if they didn't fuck him up with QBs, bro. Oh my God. Auto draft did you nice, Austin, but you gotta fix your team, man. You need to fix it. I'm giving it a C because of that QB situation you need to fix. In my opinion, Austin, you should keep Tua and Stafford. Tua and Stafford. Honestly, Stafford might be not might not even be kept keepable for a spot. Like Tua, I think would be a good spot. Like he should be a QB1. I don't think Daniel Jones is that good this year, and that, in fact that you got him in the eighth round sucks because that's tough. You know, I guess you have to keep Daniel Jones just for how high you got him. So good luck with that. Yeah, fix your team, Austin. It needs to be fixed. In fact, I'm downgrading you. C minus. Who was next? Jacob. All right, let's go with the spreadsheet guy or the big board guy. Okay. Okay. Holy fuck. So Jacob told me if CMC was not available, he would go the Bijan Robinson route. Um, Bijan, a rookie in the first round is crazy to me, but I don't think Najee Harris. I think he said that Najee Harris was like projected first round, but he was last year in our league. But he no wait, it was a couple of years ago. A couple of years ago, he was not first round projected. He was second round. Um, but you did get him in the third round because of how bad he fell off. But it's a good pick. I think your running backs are good. Wide receivers, Terry McLaurin just got hurt, but you didn't know that. So who knows? Um, Obviously you need your handcuff because of CMC and Elijah Mitchell be on the same team. Marvin Mims is a good pick. He could be a possible sleeper, but you never know. Roshan Johnson could be another sleeper who's very good. Brandon Ayuk, I said, could easily outperform Deebo Samuel. Pat Freiermuth, I mean, you didn't reach for a tight end. I mean, that's good value for him, and you still got excellent receivers. I'm not a huge fan of Gabe Davis, but I will be this year because of Josh Allen, Devontae Smith. Yikes. I don't know about that pick, honestly. Yikes. Devontae Smith over Jonathan Taylor. Travis Etienne. I honestly would go DK over him too, bro. Hmm. I don't know about that. Yeah. For me, I would just looking at your team, I would probably go like a C plus. Man, I mean, I can go like C plus B minus, honestly, B minus territory. You'll be the first one to have like two grades. Like that's like how split down the middle you are. Just maybe because of Brandon Ayuk could easily be a wide receiver one. Um, your QB though, Geno Smith. Wow, you're really banking on him, huh? Yeah, he did have a good year last year, but mm, he could easily be a 1 year wonder. Yeah, so I honestly would keep you at a C plus. That's what I'm saying. Like in a 14-man league, you need an elite QB. So, and Gino is not an elite QB. So yeah, C plus. What is next? Lucas, the most inactive man in my league. Zuh. All right, Lucas. You had a mid pick. Tyreek Hill, great pick. T. Higgins, reach. Lamar Jackson, okay. Damian Pierce, reach. Kyle Pitts, eh. David Montgomery, good pick. Brandon Cooks, possible sleeper. Odell, reach. Devin, reach. Gesicki, come on now. Wow. If this, but he could work in New England, but no. Jared Goff, good backup. Paris Campbell, come on now. And then you auto draft Kyler Murray and you dropped him. So this is easily a C level team. A C. A nice little C. This is the easiest. Like I'm gonna do rapid fire now. Like I can't really talk about. I think T Higgins. I mean, clear wide receiver two in the second round is crazy. Should have went for a running back in that situation. So your running backs are Damian Pierce, who's in a shipwreck, a shithole of a team. David Montgomery, who I said could easily be the Jamal Williams this year. Just saying, but I could definitely be wrong. I mean, I don't know. I'm not the fucking coach. Brandon Cooks. I feel like is a really good player for that team. I think it fits well with that offense, but he is getting old, and I'm not sure he'll be as elite as he was when he was with the Texans. Ooh. Odell, I don't need to talk about him. Singletary, I already went into detail on why that's a horrible pick, but I guess he is your handcuff technically, so I guess you had to go for him. Paris Campbell, I mean, shithole, shithole, shithole. All right, next. I'm not talking about that team anymore. That team is not that good to me. Juanitos Barritos. So Juan, you had a seventh pick and Bijan Robinson. So you took the risk on Bijan this year, huh? Mm, mm, mm. Um, wow, I'm like glancing at your team. I'm like, eh. Jalen Waddle, great pick. I'm not 100% sure he can repeat the year that he had last year because he came out of nowhere, but he's still good. I just second round, oof. Ramondre, great pick. Fuck Zeke, he's not gonna do shit to him. I was trolling you Juan when I said Zeke was gonna take all his touches. No, he's not. Ramondre is a good pick, a third round. Justin Fields, well, he has the potential. He has the potential to be a top five QB this year. Fourth round, I think is good. Thing is, it's not as elite as my pick last year with Jalen Hurts. I was able to get Jalen Hurts, who was the best QB until he got hurt. QB1 until he got hurt in the seventh round. You got Justin Fields in the fourth. Yeah. Deontay Johnson, Mike Williams are good wide receivers, but they're always fucking question marks. They will always have those inconsistent weeks, and you're gonna get very annoyed by it. David Njoku is a good pick. That's your tight end. I mean, you can easily build a great team if you wait on tight end. This is a good team, and then it just falls apart. Like that's what I'm seeing right now. It just falls apart. Like you just probably picked with your eyes closed, honestly. Like Juju is Juju, I guess, but he's doo doo. Um, Tony, I mean, like you don't know with Kansas City. Warren's a good handcuff to Najee. He could possibly do better than Najee this year, but I still think Najee's that guy. KJ Osborne, mm, Gus Edwards, it's a good backup for uh J.K. Dobbins, but I feel like J.K. Dobbins is bound for a good year. That's why I drafted him. Van Jefferson, okay, no, we're not talking about him. That dumbass. So if I were to cover below David and Joku, oh fuck, I would give you a good grade, but um, unfortunately, that's not how this grading works, and we have to account for their whole draft. And I would say a C minus, a C minus would work. Lucas probably outdoes you a little bit more, but I mean, I can't look past round eight or past round seven. For you, I can't look past round seven. So yeah, y'all have basically the same team. I just think Lucas is a little bit better. Am I weird to say that? Am I wrong to say that? Maybe I am. Maybe I am wrong to say that. But y'all do have the same like type team, bro. Y'all really do have the. Y'all are gonna be like 7-7. Yeah, I see 7-7 in y'all hands. I see y'all like fighting for the bottom seed, honestly, like, easily. Y'all fighting for the bottom team. Yeah, y'all, Lucas and Juan are fighting for that bottom seed, guys. All right, Evan. See how I'm like bouncing back, like just rapid fire these guys. Evan. Saquon. So here's the thing about Saquon is he had a really good beginning part of the year, and that was it. Like he had a good first 8 weeks, and then I can't remember if he got hurt. 370. He still came up with 370. Wow. Like he had a really good, like consistent, and then he like after week 10, bro, like I don't know. Like yeah, he had a good week 15, 16, but these were horrible run defense teams. I don't know if Chase Young was playing this week, but Minnesota had a horrible run defense last year. And then Indianapolis just shit the bed. Like our season ends week 17 and he does that in the playoffs. Oh hell no, I'm throwing hands. Um, but to me, he was not that good after week 10. Like, yeah, you had one good game, but one. And I got him last year in the second round when he was projected to be like in the third round. Like I outreached, but like he was an elite guy and he stayed healthy. And he was like CMC. He stayed healthy. First round, I don't know if I would have gone him if I would have like waited till second, but no one would have waited till second. So that's a tough pick. But Saquon and then Josh Jacobs and then Joe Mixon. So you are hogging all the running backs. That's right, I remember now. So you got another RB1 and Isaiah Pacheco. Why was he projected that low? I have no idea. I don't know why he was taken so late. But I mean, that's not bad. And Kirk Cousins, who is always so fantasy reliable because of all the targets that he has, possibility he'd be good. DeAndre Hopkins, Amari Cooper. I guess I'll say Sky Moore, but you need some wide receiver help, man. Some wide receiver help. Honestly, you could flip Isaiah Pacheco for at least like Christian Watson. But then again, Austin doesn't need running backs. So like you can get a good package. Like we know a guy that needs a running back. We know a guy that needs a running back. Holy hell, you waited this long. Oh wait. Never mind. I thought you waited till here to draft running back. He's good, but he's gonna be inconsistent. So really, I mean, I don't hate this team. Honestly, you're very running back heavy. And you have rookie tight end. So the thing about rookie tight ends is, Dalton Kincaid has a lot of hype, but will he be good? I don't know. I don't know if he will be good. Honestly, I'm hoping he is because he's on my dynasty team, but man, I don't know. And Deuce Vaughn and Tyler Algier, I don't know why Deuce Vaughn's even rostered, even though he's doing good in the preseason, but I wouldn't get him in fantasy. Sam Laporta, good pick. Overall, I think this is probably a C plus team. I think, I mean, you got there's two flexes this year, two running backs. You could play at least. Okay, well that works then. But I think C plus is the best I can do. I mean, I don't know. I think you could be better, honestly, but we'll see. I mean, I could be wrong. I just think C plus. So you're probably going to fight for a bottom tier seed as well. All right, round one. Let's see. All right, Dylan. So Dylan, one of those fools that went with the Nick Chubb hype. I like Nick Chubb this year. I think he's in a good position. The offensive coordinator likes him so much. Sean Watson's the QB. They don't have any other running backs. Kareem Hunt's fucking gone. Wide receivers suck. They don't have a tight end. Well, they do. But he's not that like commanding. And not bad. I think Nick Chubb is definitely first round. I think Nick Chubb could definitely be good this year. So I'm not gonna hate on that pick. You did reach on Chris Olave. He is the wide receiver one there. Slant boy back, but slant boy doesn't play. So I'm not hating on that. No, it can't be. Alan Ridley's a good pick. Joe Burrow's a good pick. Dallas Goedert's a good pick. Mike Evans at round 6. Damn. Brian Robinson round 7. Wow. Quentin Johnson round 8. Jerick McKinnon. Like, this is a good draft. This is a really good draft. You know how to draft, Dylan. This is why you've always been in my leagues, man. You know how to fucking pick. I like this team a lot. Just Chris Olave hurts your grade a little bit, but you do get a higher grade than I've seen in the past few players. So I will give you a E. I think you're in better position than Noah. That's why you get higher than Noah. Do I think you're better than me? Do I think you're better than me? Kyrin Williams. No. Okay, obviously not. Okay. I was scared for a minute. Um, Massage my seat. That's my boy Marshall. So Marshall is another one of those guys who just got a guy way above. Okay, how do I describe it? Like he got a guy way past his ADP. Like Cooper Cup is easily a top 5 projected guy. Like I've said this earlier. He got him around pick 10, and then he got Amon Raw. It's crazy. Brees Hall, mm, he's coming off a torn ACL and I think MCL. Guys usually don't bounce back that well a year after that. And now Dalvin Cook signed, and they still have Donovan Knight and Michael Carter. Brees Hall's risk this year. That's why I'm not very high on him. TJ Hawkinson, obviously, is a top 3 tight end. You were able to get 2 dominant wide receivers and an iffy running back, but wide receivers make up for it. You did get Cam Akers and Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams, that is a very heavy depth chart right there when Kamara comes back. But I feel like it'd be Kamara, Williams, and then Miller. So Williams is still a decent pick, especially around 8. Zeke, I can't say you were reaching on Zeke because it's round fucking 12, but that is not a bad pick now that he's down on the team. I mean, New England can change him. Who knows? And then who are your quarterback? Deshaun Watson. He's still pretty young. He's pretty decent. He's like decently young. Like he's like what, 26, 27? Like somehow he's been fucking fantasy forever. And he's only what the fuck is his age? I know for a fact he's 26 or 27. So QB is not bad. It's just man, I don't know. I feel like ever since that incident with Deshaun Watson, I've kind of lost faith in him just because he just hasn't lived up to expectations since leaving Houston. So Jelani Woods, I've heard some things about him. He's been pretty good. Should back up tight end, so I'm not gonna have to say much about him. But Jacoby Myers, I'm not very high on Las Vegas mainly because of how bad that team is. One of my shithole teams. He's obviously the wide receiver 2 because Devontae Adams is the wide receiver 1. There's no doubt about it. Marshall, I will give you a C plus. Like, I feel like we have a lot of balanced teams, but there's some parts on some people who have like like clear better, just clear better. Like they're clearly better. All right, Kyrin, my boy, you reached on Derrick Henry already, bro. Come on now, you reached. You reached. Come on. So let's admit it, Kyron. You reached on Derrick Henry. I mean, 29 years old. He is the only running back there, but Tennessee low-key could be one of my shithole teams, but they're not. Tennessee has a chance to be something. They just gotta find a fucking quarterback. And that's why Derrick Henry is a first round projected player, because they don't have a quarterback really. AJ Brown, they had a really good season last year. Thing is, Jalen Hurts can easily move on to Devontae Smith a lot more. I did not say that a lot. I didn't say that to Jacob's part, so I don't know. That's the thing. AJ Brown, Devontae Smith can now be like neck and neck. So them both going in the second round, it makes sense, I guess, because they're neck and neck. Jahmyr Gibbs. So what I've said in the Dynasty League is that David Montgomery could be the Jamal Williams, and then Jahmyr Gibbs could be the DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift, I think, was relatively healthy last year. And Jamal Williams still got all the touchdowns. So Christian Kirk went off last year. Round 4 makes sense. I feel like Trevor Lawrence can easily have a better year than he did last year, and you got Trevor Lawrence. You have that stack. Okay. Michael Pittman Jr., good luck with him. I wish you the best. I think he's on for a down year. DJ Chark, why did you draft him in the 7th round? That's crazy. Dalton Schultz. That is actually surprisingly good value for Dalton Schultz. Like if CJ Stroud, yikes, never mind. I don't know if I like that. If he was on the Cowboys, maybe Dalton Schultz at round 8 would be better. Because he's out for the season. Zay Jones and a Chain, sleeper picks. Tyler Boyd, Deontay Foreman, reach. Round 9 is crazy. Roshan Johnson's easily gonna take that second spot. So I would go Kyrin. Your team's not bad. I think it's better than Evan and Marshall's. Actually, I might be wrong. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go C minus. I'm gonna go C minus. I don't know. I think AJ Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, Christian Kirk, Trevor Lawrence are good picks, but everything else is just iffy. I mean, Derrick Henry, I guess you can't go wrong with Derrick Henry, but 29 years old, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. How is he that old too? Like, I feel like he's only been on fans. He's only been in the league for like 5 years. He's 29. When did he start in the NFL, bro? Like, how old? Like, am I crazy? 2016? He was 22. Damn, because usually a lot of players start like 21, so he lost a year. So this was his best year in 2020. I don't think people would say this is a Mickey Mouse year, though. He had a damn good year, bro. Temps, like, look how much his yards fell, and he played all the games last year. Yeah, he's definitely gonna downgrade again this year. So C minus looks like it's the appropriate grade for Kyrin. All right, now off to Steven. All right, so you sniped Tony Pollard from Jack. Here's the thing. I don't think Tony Pollard is a first round projected player, in my opinion. I think you could have gone at better value. Let's look. Tony Pollard, I would have gone Stephon Diggs over Tony Pollard. I would have gone CeeDee Lamb over Tony Pollard. I would have gone. And if Jonathan Taylor wasn't a bitch, I would have gone him over Tony Pollard too. But I mean, he is in a good situation, so I can easily be wrong. But Garrett Wilson, you wanted that player back because you traded him in Dynasty. Miles Sanders, RB1, he was a little bit of a reach at that pick, but that's not a bad pick. Just saying, that's not a bad pick. Um, I don't hate it, but I mean, it's Carolina. That's the only thing I hate about it. Keenan Allen, I mean, he's a good player. He just needs to stay healthy, and he's getting really old, bro. He's like 34, right? He's gonna retire like very soon too. Like he's on his old, like this dude's 31. Wow. Well, Brad confused me because he said he was gonna retire soon, so I was wrong about that. But Keenan Allen will lose his dominant play soon, and that could be this year. Chris Godwin, I think, will always be such a good wide receiver, no matter what his quarterback is. He always finds his way in the end zone. He always gets those catches, bro. James Cook, that's good. That's a good pick. And you want a quarterback, Dak Prescott. Um, I'm not hating on Dak this year, but he is overpaid. But that doesn't matter in fantasy. Treylon Burks, not bad. And then this Raheem Mostert, Greg Dulcich's a good pick. Can I get? I'm not hating your team, Steven. I'm not hating your team at all. There are some flaws in it, but I think you have a chance to make the playoffs comfortably. There are 10 teams this year, by the way. I need to talk about this later. There are 10 teams this year. So in the playoffs, since there's 14 teams in the league. Um, oh, Jack. Team Licurdo. All right. So Jack, you last year you didn't get a running back until round 6. This year you got one in round 3, and then you didn't get another one until round 12. That's like equally as bad as what you did last year. And did it work out for you? No. You were 11-3 last year? Holy hell. Was 11-3 last year? Huh. I must have given Jack an easy schedule because I made the schedules last year and I didn't make them this year. Everyone plays each other once. I thought that should just be the same because in the Dynasty League, someone will be playing someone twice. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. Let's make it like an AI built schedule. Let's make it like a little something something. But this one is basically the AI built schedule. It just depends where you play, who you play in, what league. But Jack, I do understand why the running backs are very unreliable. Rashawn White, though, I don't know if he's the best RB1 on your team. Like he would be. I don't think he would be. George Kittle's not bad. Marquise Brown's not bad. George Pickens around 6. Rondale Moore around 7. Jameson Williams, you cut. Rashee Weiss, that's a good pick. Elijah Moore, he could go off, might not. Jonathan Mingo, Kendrick Miller, and Joel Johnson. Jack, I'm gonna give you a C. Like, what did I give you last year? A C. I gave you a C and you went 11-3. Well, this ain't the rookie league anymore, bro. Hit the rookie season. I mean, everyone's got a pretty balanced team. That's why everyone's just getting like a balanced grade. I haven't seen that perfect team. Mine's up there, but it's not perfect. Like I haven't seen it yet. Could it be Brad? Well, let's find out. Brad, let's go for your team now. Where's Brad's team? Holy hell. Team with Hernandez. Fucking same name that he's had in the past 2 years. Brad, here we go. You've been last in like the past two of my draft lotteries. You were last year in Man Curse, right? I can't remember. Yes, you were. All right. So the thing is, you're last, Brad, but you never fail, bro. First, second, third round. Those are some snipes. DJ Moore can easily be a round 3 player, easily. This was to most analysts, this is a reach, but for me, I'm better than most analysts. This is a good pick. All right. I hope it doesn't bite me in the ass, but this is a good pick. CeeDee Lamb, Stephon Diggs. You're set in wide receivers. Then you got Khalil Herbert. You know what? You trade for Justin Fields. You get Justin Fields from Juan. All right. You get that Bears team, bro. You're not even a Bears fan. That should be me. All right. I want my Bears players. I'm the Bears fan. But you do you, bro. Javonte, like I said, James Conner is on like he's the only running back there in Arizona, but I do not like that player. He's made of glass. All right. And that team is falling apart. Javonte coming off a torn ACL, MCL. Same with Brees Hall. I'm fading them. You always fade a player that tears their ACL a year after. Jahan Dotson could easily be the wide receiver 1 on that team, especially with Terry McLaurin just going down, man. I mean, who knows? Khalil Herbert, this will probably be your best running back, and you got him around 7. So Bateman, Dobbs, Ross, like bench might be some work, and then this is a decent. I feel like if you went somewhere else besides Bateman, I don't like Bateman at all, man. I don't like him. Higby can be a good you're a good tight end, He could be that guy to build around. With what you got right here, I'm not a fan of your running backs, but I really like your wide receivers besides Bateman. Um, Brad, this is probably one of the better teams I've seen out of everyone else. I would probably give you a B plus, second highest draft grade. So that is the draft recap for Madden Curse. To end it off, let's go over some settings. So usually there's 8 teams that make playoffs in 12-man leagues. Since we went up by 2, we'll do 10 teams making the playoffs. Even though 8 would be the fucking, I mean, yeah. So I think it's fucking over. I want to show you the fucking playoff thing that they had so it's easier for you to look at it. All right, so round 1 will start week 14. So this is usually the week that we end with for the regular season, but it's our round 1. So for the 6 to 1 seed or the 1 to 6 seed, this is a bye week. All right. So this is basically the wild card, what it would be for the NFL. So we all get bye weeks, or some people get bye weeks, and then the bottom 4 teams who made the playoffs are fighting for a spot. So 8 and 9 play each other, 7 and 10 play each other. All right. Week 15 is the official round 1 for some players, or for some people, but this is where it becomes 8 teams left, and then it goes off. We still end in week 17. It's like usual. We just have some people just have a break week 14. They can be stress free. Some people are trying to grind, and then some people are off for the rest of the league. So I do like 10 teams. I'm not gonna trim it down to 8 teams. I mean, I could honestly, like, if I do 8 teams in a 14-man league, I mean, and I made it like 14 regular seasons. I mean, that's just not interesting to me. Everyone plays 1 week, 8 teams, 16. That means there's 6 teams that don't play each other. Like, come on, man. We need at least 4 teams. We need a bottom 4. We don't want a bottom 6. That's too much. So obviously the bottom 4 don't make it. And then there's actually no. Actually, yeah, bottom 4 don't make it, and then there's another 4 fighting for a playoff spot, which is the wild card. And then there's the other 6 that are waiting. Like, I think I can't remember. So it's gonna be first seed's gonna play either 9 or 8. Actually, I think I have. Is that only in Yahoo? That's weird. I usually have reseeding. Huh. I guess it's only in Yahoo where you reseed. I would do Yahoo, or like the reseeding, but I guess it doesn't have it. But so yeah, first team plays 9 or 8, and then 4 and 5 play each other. 2 plays 7 or 10, and then 3 and 6 play each other. I mean, I think 10 teams is way better. Sue me if you don't think so. All right, that is the draft recap for Madden Curse. Let's hope for another good season, and good luck to everyone. Good luck to everyone in King's Dynasty, and let's have a great year. All righty, boys. All right, all right, all right.